Hi, what a year it's been. I can't believe I've been your Education Officer and President for the last 2 years. Together we've all achieved so much. And now the officer team are going to do a recap of this year of some of the things that they've managed to achieve, and we wouldn't have been able to do it if it hadn't have been for all the work that you guys have put in behind the scenes. Without you and making sure that your voice was heard, the return to campus would have been so different. We're now fortunate enough to be operating from 2 new buildings, the Edge and Dartmouth Avenue, and it's been great to see how you utilise that space. This year there's been a change in the senior management structure. We've been involved in the recruitment process for the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Vice Presidents and Pro-Vice Chancellors. This means that during that recruitment process, students' needs have been discussed, making sure that they're aware of the impact that their roles will have on the student body. Last summer, we worked with Accommodation and Hospitality Services to make sure that you could get the 10% discount with the Totem card in fresh. We've also worked with student parents recognising the difference in their student experience. So we've opened a nursing room on campus and also worked with Tribe to ensure that the student parents can send their children to camps over half term, meaning that they can continue their studies during this time. I've also spent time representing Bath students nationally. I've spoken to representatives from Department for Education around the new Turing scheme and the lack of funding and how it impacts our placements and study year abroad students here at Bath. I've also been a representative at NUS conference, changing policies at a national level. And of course, the buses. This has taken up a large majority of my time this year. Unfortunately, there's not been any major changes. However, working with the new senior management team who've come in, we're now looking at alternative means of transport to be able to get you up to campus in a timely manner, but also in an affordable way. We've relaunched Ideas to Action this year, which means that you can comment directly on things that you would like to see changed and work with the student union officers and staff members to implement these across the university. We've had some great suggestions and it's been really wonderful to see this up and running. We've also introduced a summit. So our summit members vote on standpoints that anyone from the student body can submit. These standpoints help shape the political direction of the Students' Union, and it's been really helpful this year to use these in meetings. As always, there's lots of other things that I've forgotten to mention in this video that have happened throughout the year, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. There's things that will be implemented in semester 1, next academic year, that we've worked on shaping the policies for this year, and I'm really excited to see how these will continue to shape the student experience here at Bath. It's been a fantastic opportunity to be your student representative for the last 2 years, and I've had a wonderful time. I hope that you had some fantastic memories over the last 2 years that you were able to keep with you forever, and that you've made friendships that will last a lifetime. So that's it from me. I finish this role at the end of June and I'll be handing over to the incoming team. Thank you all very much for such a wonderful 2 years. Peace! Over to Sid!
Hello, I hope you have had a great year and it's been a pleasure being a PG officer. Here are a couple of things that I've accomplished over the year. The first one on the list is International Accents Project. Because I'm an international student myself and I studied in School of Management, this was my experience throughout the year. I felt that a lot of international students actually struggled with understanding different regional UK accents or maybe different international accents. So I've worked with the advice and support team and the peer support team in the Students' Union and the Skill Center team in the university to create a range of resources. The project will come into picture from summer and it will help international students create a better sense of belonging and a sense of community and make friends from the UK as well as from other international communities and improve their mental health as well. Second one on the list is PGT Dissertation or PGT Summers Project. Because of the timing of the postgraduate taught experience survey, it doesn't necessarily cover the feedback of your experience of maybe your project work or maybe your dissertation work. So the PGT Summer Survey Project, which is going to be run by Centrally, I've worked with the senior staff members from the university to create a survey and also to create a guidance or best practice among different departments and faculties, which will help gather us the feedback around the summer period and help improve the experience for postgraduate taught students who are going to join the university in the future. I work with staff members in the Students' Union and School of Management staff members to create and pilot a PGT peer mentoring scheme which will help international students and home students to settle into the PGT life better here at university. I'm working with the marketing team in the Students' Union to create a set of resources on our Students' Union website which will help the postgraduate and also undergraduate students to help sell their textbooks or maybe other things online directly through our website. It will be only available to University of Bath students. I hope you get to see this resource come in action in the future, even if after I'm gone, and I hope you get to use it. I have worked with the marketing team to create and improve a range of social media handles such as postgraduate Instagram. I've also been involved in organizing socials such as PGT and doctoral breakfast, which have been massively popular among our postgraduate student community, and thank you for the love that you have given to the events. Finally, it's your PG officer signing off. Peace.
I feel the darkness fall on my heart as I leave. Gravity pulls me down deeper. I have laid foundations stronger than you know. They keep me afloat. I don't want to go.
Hi, I'm Meg and I've loved being your community officer this year. So some of the things that we've done this year is set up and coordinate a safe taxi scheme for students. We've worked on the issue of drink spiking and we sent an open letter to 23 venues which 604 students signed. We set up a liberation network to gather diverse student opinion on EDI issues. We've set up a drug harm reduction scheme, including a drug testing kit service and advice giving service for students. We've improved menstrual product provision, including providing free menstrual products for students in our advice and support service. We've coordinated the Inclusivity Award, which 22 student groups took part in this year. I've been the student lead in the Student Minds Mental Health Charter, and we've pushed for a student support directory to be published, which is going to be published really soon. And we've also coordinated a male mental health scheme where a male mental health peer support service is going to be up and running in September, which is really exciting. I've loved being the community officer this year, and I'm so excited to see what next year's community officer brings to the role.
Know that moving on is just a part of life. One day I might feel this way about somewhere on the other side of the world, but I'll still miss the rolling hills. No, I have no doubt. I know that I always will.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I've been your education officer for the past year. Some of the achievements I've managed to get done is to introduce department chairs and faculty execs to better inform your faculty reps to represent you and feed issues up and down so they can get resolved. We're also working on introducing an online tool. This would allow academic reps to better engage with you, their cohort, but also for you to raise issues to be addressed by staff or your rep. We've managed to recruit over 400 new academic reps to represent you going forward, and I've lobbied consistently on introducing more reading weeks across the whole university, with success in some departments. We've also put on the agenda to improve unit evaluations, so these are a more effective tool at measuring the quality of your unit and providing feedback to lecturers. Also pushed for improved work on reducing attainment gaps for different groups of students, and finally reintroduced in-person academic councils so that your reps can inform a lot of the work that's going on across the university and also provide free food. So it's been a pleasure to represent you in education. Over and out.
Hi everyone, I've really enjoyed being your SU Sports Officer this year and cannot wait to be doing it for another year. At the beginning of the year, we focused a lot on the return of sport to in-person activity. This was obviously really heightened with the return of BUCS, return of recreational sport, and all the activity we get up to on a Wednesday and obviously at the weekends as well. We had nearly 6,000 students return to sport this year, with about 1,400 being part of BUCS. This is such a fantastic number and nearly up to the same amount that we did before COVID. We have had new facilities in Dartmouth Avenue for Q Sports, boxing and kickboxing, which has been amazing, and they have really benefited from the space. Furthermore, I have been lobbying the university a lot on the use of the Studis Club and making sure that it's fit for student use. This includes the changing rooms in particular, because they're the thing that's most frequently used in the facility, and the university are now taking note, so hopefully the students will not have to use them again in the future. Sustainability has been a real focus this year, and a lot of what we have done has been geared towards that. This year, one of my manifesto points was the sports stash sale, and was really successful. We had students bringing kit in, and a percentage of the sales went to RAGS Big Four, which is fantastic and definitely something that we're going to be repeating in the future. On from Kit, we are really excited to announce that we will be changing Kit Supplier this year to Surridge. We're really excited about this partnership and what they could offer us, especially when it comes to casual kit. So I really look forward to seeing how this develops in the future. So this year we held our annual varsity against Cardiff Met. Such an exciting event with nearly 5,000 spectators, and we were very fortunate to come away with a win, which is so exciting. This year we were really fortunate to hold our Blues Awards in person, and from volunteer recognition all the way to full Blues and Sports Personality of the Year, we had such wonderful candidates and so many student leaders that deserved recognition within SU Sport. I've really loved being your SU Sports Officer this year, and I look forward to growing student sport a lot more in the next year. So yeah, if you've got any ideas or anything, come and have a chat.
Every era fades and everybody grows up. We're all afraid of change, but I won't let that stop us. Here I have learned more than I ever thought I'd know. So my arms are open to whatever the future holds.
Hello, my name is Zoe and I am this year's Activities Officer. So it's been the absolute pleasure and really just an honour to be able to work for the SU and for students. So yeah, I'll just go over some of my highlights this year. Art City, so this was on my manifesto when I ran, and it's something that I delivered. So it was the first ever Arts and Creativity Festival at the uni. So I think we gathered over 15 societies, 10, 15, I can't really remember exactly, and then we had over 90 students on committee that were involved, and it was just overall a fantastic event, even though Stormy Eunice had to ruin it all on day 2. But yeah, it was just a really good event, and I'm really happy with how it went, and I'm excited to see what it becomes in the next years. I'm not too big of a fan of the name, I've decided, so I really hope the name changes, and I'm excited really to see what Victor does. Something else is Green Week. So we brought back Green Week. This was the first time since COVID-19. I think the last time it happened was like in 2018, and yeah, there were over 16 events, and there was a protest in the end on Friday with People on Planet who organised it, and it was just overall a really great week. So we had like meals, we also had poetry workshops, and yeah, it was really great to gather everyone around sustainability and show that we care about sustainability and that it matters, and yeah, that's just a really important thing. So this year was the first time that the activities exec was under this structure, so we kind of changed the structure over the summer, and yeah, so it was the first time, and I think it was kind of like in the beginning we were wondering how it was going to look like and how it was going to work, but it just worked amazingly well, and I'm so proud of the team that we've all become and all the projects that we've done, and they were just really great from my perspective, and I hope from your perspective, but yeah, and so they represent both volunteering groups as well as society, so all the feedback that we work together on inclusivity and similar topics. So yeah, something else I worked on, I've kind of mentioned it before, but obviously there was no activities officer last year, unfortunately, so a lot of my work this year was how to rebuild that links with groups and how to make sure they know when to reach out to the activities officer and how the activities officer can help them in doing what they do best. So yeah, I worked quite hard on that, and that was more like a project kind of throughout the year. Something else I also worked kind of throughout the year, but mainly in semester 1, is it was the first time that volunteering fell under the activities officer remit, where it previously fell under the community officer remit, but it moved to my remit, which I'm really happy about, because it just brought me lots of joy. And yeah, so a lot of my semester 1 was talking to volunteering groups, the members, but also, and most importantly, kind of like the committees, seeing how I can support them, to see how they in turn could support their members. So I met up quite a lot with them, to see how can I support them, as opposed to how staff can support them. So kind of noticing that difference, and seeing that they aren't like sports, they aren't like societies, they function in their own way. And yeah, that was really cool. And then yeah, semester 2 was kind of just continuing on that and building on that. So yeah, that made me really happy. Something else is Eccosia. So Eccosia was a topic of conversation since 2017, I think. It's when it first came in our email box, and we finally did it. Woo! So yeah, we did it, and it became the default search in browser in semester 2 on all library computers, as well on all open access computers. So that's like the computers on the SCB. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and it was a joint effort with people on Planet, who've been fantastic to work with really this year. So yeah, another big thing that I think a lot of committees will kind of empathise with is that actually we've worked quite hard to support you guys. It's been really important for us to make sure that you feel supported, and that we get to help you in whatever it is that you want to do. And yeah, so that's been a big part of my year, but that's more of a broad thing. So like things from handovers to like planning balls for the first time. Obviously there's been a year's worth of knowledge that was lost last year, and yeah, just how do we manage that? Yeah, that was a big part. Thank you so much for having me as your activities officer, and thank you so much for electing me last year. I've had the absolute best year, and it's been an honour really to work for the ESU and to serve students. I think we've achieved quite a lot this year, and I can't wait to see what the next activities officer and the next officer team does.
I feel the darkness fall on my heart as I leave here. Gravity pulls me down deeper. I have laid foundations stronger than you know. They keep me afloat. I don't want to go, 'cause this place is my home.